black team. So we broke that barrier of racism. We broke that barrier of any kind of discrimination against anyone for their ethnic beliefs, race, whoever they were. Because we were the exact opposite of that. We wanted to show love to everyone, and that's what we were really all about, and that's really what we're here for. It never mattered about your talent. It was our job as coaches to get you to believe in yourself because it was all inside you guys. We were the youngest team going into this season. We were seriously the youngest almost in history ever. This was an 11-year-old team, and we finished out with 2 12-year-olds, and sometimes we had 3. We had a 10-year-old come up. The odds were stacked against us, against the veteran season, against these other opponents. When I sat in the scheduling meeting, people laughed at us because we didn't think and statistically in front of us, we really were up against the wall. But tonight, this victory officially gave us a winning season. So I'm super proud of that. Somebody needs to clap it up for that. We overcame something. We can lose Wednesday and we'll still have a winning season. So it's just something I'm truly proud of. Let me hand it to Matt for his closing remarks on the season.
Guys, at the outset of the season, it hadn't really hit that this was, in fact, for the 12-year-olds and Coach Jason and myself, our last season out here. And it's been a long run. We spent a lot of time out here. At this point, we'd like to take a moment and acknowledge my wife. She's having a tough time herself. Spent a lot of time out here behind the scenes, both with the team and also with the league. You don't know the time, and it's difficult to describe that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I just want to thank you guys for making this a great farewell for me. And John, you've got many years of baseball ahead of you. I don't know how long I'll be able to be involved as a coach with that. At some point, you just got to spread your wings and fly. As with all of you 12-year-olds, we just hope that we can. We hope we've instilled the foundation for you guys to continue that, and know that what we as coaches and our particular staff want to embody or wanted to instill in you guys is a foundation for more than just baseball. Okay, you handle life with dignity and pride and strength, and that will carry you through into other endeavors in your life. So wish the best of luck to the 12-year-olds and wish the best of the luck to the 11-year-olds who are coming up behind. That's it.
Coach Kirk.
So let me start off by putting out the fact that when I came onto this team, the one thing that I wanted to make known and show the kids is believing in themselves and building their character, that when something is against the wall and they're backed up against it themselves, that they can't back down from that. We fought a lot of battles this year that we were backed up against the wall. And I watched this Black Sox team battle. And they battled hard. And each one of these kids have come through in their own way bigger than they know. There's so many little plays that happen on the field that if that little play doesn't happen or their head's not in the game, even though they just gave up 5 runs, these kids fought. And they fought for themselves as a team. And we had Phil come tonight. And he was in the dugout, and I could see his face.
Yeah.
And he was out there fighting with them. He was patting teammates up. We walked hand in hand. We prayed before each game. And tonight was just another proof of that. That it was looking slim in the first inning. And we talked to the kids, and they battled in their head. And that's what I'm most proud of as a coach. That they were able to overcome it all season long, and that will make them a better person later in life when they don't back down from something that's not going right. And that is why I am proud to be a Black Sox coach.
Coach Dave.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank the parents for raising great kids. Can't take it away from you. Every single one of these kids listened when we spoke. They stopped what they were doing. They turned around. They acknowledged the speaker. Didn't matter what coach it was. And they listened. And they did exactly what we told them to do every time. Whether it was push-ups, running laps, lots of push-ups that I didn't want to do, but I did anyway. A lot of push-ups, and I think a few more push-ups in between. But these kids are great. This is a team that a coach can only dream of having. Can't go wrong with a team like this. Every single one of these guys are spectacular ball players. They have character. They work their butts off. They played hard all season. And I have nothing but gratitude for each one of these players. This is my last game with you guys tonight. Thank you for the win. You guys were spectacular. Thank you, Mrs. Cericio, for the hundreds and hundreds of phone calls back and forth. Parents, chit chat, yeah. And whether you know it or not, people and parents, you play a huge role in how we play the game of baseball. You guys did a great job. You guys did a great job, and I thank everybody.
I'll start off with this player here, but I want you to know that I even sat and we thought about who we were going to pick as coaches, who were we going to talk about, because each one of us got one, and none of us could come up with somebody to talk to. I could not pick three. Matt couldn't pick three. Kirk couldn't do it. So I pulled it out, and the only thing I can guarantee is I'm not going to speak of my own kid, and neither of these guys. That's the only thing we could do. So I just pulled this one that wasn't my son. He worked so hard. I mean, I'm talking everything he got. I mean, he just never quit. And I remember.